Oh, oh, I'm actually already recording. Look, I want to talk about personal responsibility. This is a topic that tends to send people off the deep end. I know it did me the first time I started really um, realizing exactly what it meant, because it takes that victim mentality by the throat. You know, it's a do or die moment. You need to take control of your life or allow this victim mentality to continue to rule. And when I say victim mentality, it's something that I know I came by honestly. I was victimized the first time that I remember when I was 5. Um, and things went downhill from there. Anyone who's followed me for any period of time and listened to my story knows it's been a bumpy ride. And for a long time, I was on autopilot according to all these subconscious patterns that had been set at a very young age. Now, does that make me unique? Only in the sense that I've figured it out and realized that I can change my patterns. I can change the voice in my head. I can break these subconscious patterns that were set in childhood by choosing to do something different, by taking responsibility, by doing things that make me feel safe, by doing things that make me feel loved, by doing things that make me feel empowered. I Googled once, I went on and said, so how do I change the way I feel about myself? And the answer was do something. And do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Do something you're good at. Do something you want to be good at. The point is just do something. And in the meantime, stop blaming yourself. I'm in no way responsible for the things that were done to me. When I was a child, when I was a young adult, as an adult, patterns were set where they continued well into my adulthood. And there are so many and so many different layers of these patterns that it's taken a lot of time for me to dig through, even to the point I have. And most of that focus has come, I call it on this side of the rainbow, because having children, that's where the majority of my focus was, you know. And the lessons that I learned along the way were the ones that were reflected back to me that were necessary for me to learn. So I didn't damage my children anymore. You know, none of us come out clean. But damage control, right? Where am I damaged so that I don't further damage my kids? You know, and then once my children were grown up and out of the house, or at least self-responsible, I could then take that time to focus on me and dig deeper and figure out what really makes me tick. Find out where those parts are that need to be redirected. We are no way responsible for what happened to us, but we are 1,000% responsible for our healing. That's what I was asking myself in my 20s, because I realized I was a target and I didn't know why. I do now, only because I was willing to ask the question. I was willing to take responsibility and say, what can I do different so people don't look at me this way and seek me out in this way? Now, it's taken a lifetime and layers of healing, a lifetime meaning a good 30 years. And now, bring it. I'm not the same person I was then. I still have levels and layers and yada, yada, yada to go. I'm not arrived. It's never an arrival. But, you know, in this video game, I think I've leveled up quite a few times because I chose to look at myself and took responsibility and made myself feel safe in ways that made me feel safe. Whatever makes you feel safe, that's what you do. But being angry at somebody else and wasting your time spinning out, waiting for somebody else to get retribution and being angry when they don't solves absolutely zero. Forget about that person the best you can. Forgive. Let it go. Forgiving doesn't mean it was okay. It means you decided not to relive that horror over and over and over and over and over. This isn't meant to be a life sentence unless you choose for it to be. And the only way it's not is learning to let that go. That's it. You have two choices: hold on or let go. I chose to let go. And if that's something that's baffling to the point that it makes me a target, so be it. You should hear some of the things these people said about me in this feed. I just kind of shook my head. It doesn't affect me. I was told I should be ashamed of myself, that I'm not really a woman. I need therapy. I'm not really healed. I'm projecting. I'm like, okay, well, we all see things from our own reality, so you might want to look at that. I mean, how I respond to somebody else is a reflection of me, not of them. I don't know them. I only know me. Even when it comes to my sisters, I still, after knowing all of us for a lifetime, I only truly know me. My responses come from my experience, nobody else's. So if you're looking at me and getting angry, if my responses really make you that upset, you might want to ask yourself why, because it has zero to do with me. I'm just speaking truth that I've learned along the way, something I've literally been learning about in a very real, honest, raw, unforgivable, not unforgivable, what's the word I'm looking for? Unapologetic way. Unapologetic. I don't make excuses. I don't sugarcoat, because if I do, the only one I'm hurting is me. Real shit. How bad do you want to heal? Are you going to just sit and wallow? I choose not to wallow. I'm a problem solver. I'm always looking for a way to heal, whether it's my skin, like I'm still dealing with this little doohickey right here, or I'm dealing with my health, or I'm dealing with anything in my life. If I don't like what's going on, it's my responsibility to do something to make it better. Period. 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 Because that's what grown-ups do. That's what sovereign beings do. Children make excuses and point fingers. And even though that might suck to hear, it's the truth. Don't know what else to tell you. But your only road to healing begins with realizing that and starting by forgiving yourself